Welcome back to another episode of Inward News. It's your boy Dre. Uh, Not a lot this week, but enough big things to keep you entertained. First one, Ed Buck has been convicted in the deaths of the two gay men he offered drugs to in exchange for sex. Uh, Apparently, this is an ongoing thing for him, but these two men were unfortunate enough to overdose. Now, when this story first came out, it completely disappeared. I didn't realize it until it popped back up on Twitter. Apparently, it was just old white guy, and if you look him up on Google now, it's going to be like, oh, former model, Democrat, was a Democratic donor, and like all this other good stuff about him. But apparently, this dude was known for just like inviting gay people over to his house, giving them drugs, and having sex with them. And I don't know if Ed Buck is gay, but I mean, he had sex with gay men, so he's for sure gay. But I don't know if he was ever like an open gay. I think this was like one of those things where like the story came out and it was like, what the hell? But yeah, apparently this was something he did a lot. I mean, some of the guys were, people that just like drugs, and some of them were like homeless people or people that he was offering to help. And yeah, so he's been convicted. I don't know how long his sentence is going to be, but he's behind bars, and I'm glad. Two New York cops got fired after having sex with a teen. A troubled 15-year-old met the first officer after she ran away and her mother called 911 on her. This is the relationship that started with Officer Sanad Musalam. Apparently the mother asked the officer, like, hey, look after my daughter. She's troubled. Take care of her. I guess they started texting, and this eventually turned into a sexual relationship after the young girl sent him pictures in her underwear. According to protocol, you're supposed to treat this like basically any other case. When you get this, you're supposed to take your phone, show it to your supervisor, let them handle it, but he didn't. He continued to text her. This relationship went on for about a year and a half, from July 2015 to the end of 2016. Around the same time frame, the team met with Officer Yasser Shohati in a police outreach program, and their relationship became sexual under varying details from both parties. The girl said the officer initiated it. The officer said the girl initiated it, but the officer, I don't know why he said she initiated, like that matters. Like, one, you're a cop. Two, you're a fucking adult. The only reason both police aren't behind bars is because the girl refused to cooperate with prosecutors. Like, she was sexually assaulted by two officers. Who do you talk to at that point? I was assaulted by cops. Two grown-ass cops had sex with me. I'm not talking to prosecutors. You guys can't help me. But yeah, I hope that girl gets top-notch counseling. I hope she heals from this. I hope her family heals from this. And I hope those cops, go to jail. But I guess until she testifies, they can't do anything. But admission of guilt has to be something. Even if she doesn't press charges, two officers sexually assaulted a child. That's got to be grounds for arrest. Anyway, Mickey Mouse goes to court. Titled that funny. Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney over the streaming of Black Widow. Apparently her contract involved being paid a percentage of box office sales. With them streaming simultaneously on Disney Plus, this means that them sales don't count as box office. This obviously has some truth to it because Emma Stone, who starred in Cruella, and Emily Blunt from the newest film Jungle Cruise, apparently they're preparing to press charges, and they're weighing their options in court as well. Mickey Mouse has a big old infinite bag of money and lawyers, so they may settle out in court, but this is going to completely revolutionize how the media handles streaming and simultaneous release. Apparently this deal cost Scarlett Johansson about $50 million in box office sales because, by putting it on Disney Plus, instead of spending $100 at the theater plus concessions, you can spend $30 at home and eat whatever you got. So, yeah, apparently it's cost her some money. DaBaby went to a homophobic rant at Rolling Loud, and for some reason, Nobody knows why he started this, but it blows up. It blows up so big that it's now involving T.I., Lil Boosie. Lil Nas X got dragged in twice, and Chris Brown is even in it. Now, the funny thing about this is, it comes out that, or it didn't come out, DaBaby said it on stage. He says the dumb shit about if you suck a dick in parking lots and, have HIV and AIDS and all. It was like, what does that have to do? And then he sent out the next video. The next day he's talking about, I ain't say gay niggas had HIV and AIDS. I said, my fans ain't dirty ass niggas. My fans, they take care of themselves. They ain't no junkies or nothing. They ain't out here with HIV and AIDS. And then he sent out another apology, which obviously was written by PR, saying, I apologize to those living with HIV and AIDS, even though what I said, it was insensitive. I didn't intend it that way. I'm sorry I offended people. And it was like, you didn't have to say any of this. But then T.I. comes out and says if Lil Nas X can be the way he is, then DaBaby can say what he got to say. So Lil Nas X being gay means DaBaby can be homophobic. But then it gets worse, because then Boosie starts talking. Nobody says Boosie's name. Boosie starts talking about how it's disrespectful for Lil Nas X to have twerk in his music video, and it's messing with boys out here that's trying to be straight. One, if you gotta try to be straight, you're not straight. I've never had to try to be straight. Also, if you have an issue with that Lil Nas X video, there's no more twerking in that video, or there's no more nudity in that video than you see in Tip Drill by Nelly. But then it gets to the point where Chris Brown just comes out and says, bruh, shut up, everybody. Go on stage, perform, and shut up and don't say nothing else. Weird day when Chris Brown is telling people what to do. Now for the y'all hiring segment. Melody goes by many names such as the Stitch Guy, Neighborhood Yarn Dealer, and Crochet Assassin, but her business name is the Yarn Whisperer. She crochets all kinds of elaborate and beautiful pieces. She crochets everything from clothes to pillows to throw blankets. Visit her website to buy a gnome design or to order a custom-made piece. Now, her designs are so elaborate. You go to her Instagram, there's certain posts where she's doing she'll show the big blankets, and it'll be 36,000 something stitches. I don't know who's counting, but they're counting. And 30-something thousand, that means 1, 2, 3, 4 thousand. I guess there's an average, maybe by size or something. But yeah, she does elaborate pieces. And then she has one where it's a black lady, the 90s colorful jackets. It's one of those. And you can see all the colors. And I can just imagine what it took to have to stop one color and loop in the next and just keep going. Check her out. Her stuff is dope. It looks amazing. I might get one just to put on the couch and the media room. That way, if it ever gets cold in here, I don't have to go too far. I can just grab one of those and put it on. Yo, do you think I could get her one with the Ignorant Noodle logo? One with the cup logo, and one with the new one that I use now of me like this. I'm gonna have to hit her up and see about that. Neo Curly is a natural hair care company that makes products for all glorious shades and textures of hair. They don't stop at hair products either. Neo Curly also provides accessories like combs, brushes, pins, and even silk scrunchies, wraps, and scarves. Hair care also correlates to how hydrated you are, so they even sell water bottles with motivational words on them. Go to their website and Instagram bio for more. Black people, a lot of black people sell natural hair care products, but I've never seen somebody go to the extra mile and say, oh, we also have the combs, the scrunchies. You don't just come here for products, you get everything. So when you're done conditioning, wrap it up with one of our stuff. When you take that wrap out, you can comb it out with one of our stuff. You can motivate yourself drinking water as you do it. And they sell them in sets, so you don't even have to be one bottle. It's multiple, and they got the pretty colors on them. I think you can get a silver, or you can get blue and yellow and have the words on them. Check them out. The Power Plate is a gardener that turns her homegrown produce into spices, elixirs, and straight up meals. She can either give you the items or the recipes and instructions to grow your own garden to recreate what she does. If you want a quick fix or want to learn her process, check her out and educate yourself. Like I said, man, I went to her page because I saw her post something about spices on Twitter, and I went to her Instagram and I saw that she grows her own produce. So she grows her own stuff, and then she dries it out, turns that into spices, or she just cooks meals, or she turns her stuff into spices, then uses those spices to cook meals. And then if you go to her website, she can either give you the spices directly, or she can give you tips on how to garden so you can make your own spices. But also she gives you the recipes for the spices, and she gives you the recipes for the meal. Like I said, you can either just buy the finished product or learn her process to make your own finished product. I suggest both. Buy the finished product, see if you like it, and then get the recipes and stuff so you can see if you want to know how to make it yourself. I'm sure there's going to be a discount somewhere in there, but if you just don't, if you're not good at gardening, just buy the product. But if you are good at gardening, you want a new trick, buy the process. Like, it's a win-win for everybody. But yeah, if you're a black business or you know a black business and you want them to be promoted on y'all hiring, or you have any news, if you're a music artist and you want something dropped in like the music section of the show, send it to me, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, email me at theignorantnoodle@gmail.com. Yeah, and that's it. Bye.